Hey, it's Uncle Louie. We're back. We were requested last week by a few people when we met for the Kinham yearly meeting in Virginia. So Uncle Louie's coming back. Why? Because it's tax season, and that's the best time to collect your past due accounts. I hate to say it, but sometimes, at the end of the year, starting the new year, you find out, a lot of money that you earned wasn't collected. Bad time of year, right? Oh, good time. Let's make it even a better time, and let me explain to you why. So here I am to talk to you. Why is tax season and tax return season the best time to collect money? People consider that tax return money as extra money. So they're looking to buy back their credit. That's why I call it BBTC. Buy back their credit. They have cash, maybe $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, maybe only $500, but they have extra cash in their budget. And if they can pay off one or two debts, somebody hounding them on a daily basis, or weekly basis, they can get them off their back. But more importantly, get their credit score to climb a little bit in case they need it for a new car, a washer and dryer, whatever the issue may be. Maybe even healthcare right now. Right? Healthcare is becoming very expensive. So let's talk about it. Debt collectors increase calling at this time, but why? Why do we increase activity? Well, we start in January to increase activity for the main reason, reminding them that the debt is owed, and say to them, well, I can help you out. When you get your tax return, we can turn around and set up a payment plan. In the meantime, I can set you up now with a small payment, and then we can increase it and work it that way. So whether or not they like the calls we make them, sometimes they don't answer. I hate to say that. Sometimes we leave text, email, whatever way we are legally obligated and able to in each state, we do that. But starting to remind, we put the thought in their head, tax checks coming, let's try to get back our credit. Historically, best time to recover. Over a 37% increase is what some of the studies show for collection agents to recover more debt between January 15th and May 15th. So this is why this is a good time for you to jump in with Uncle Louie at Kinham and start collecting debt. Okay? They get this cash flow and the money, they consider it like extra money. So because they consider it like extra money, they're looking at it. Now, a lot of people are watching Instagram, Facebook. I can go on and on, TikTok. Oh, don't pay your creditor. Don't pay your debt collector. Da, da, da. People know that's not true. They can go in and try to send these letters to collection agencies and get it taken off. But 60, 90 days later, we put it back on because it's legally owed. So let's talk a little bit more about that, okay? Why prioritize older debt, okay? Higher values, okay? Because the tax return checks are sometimes $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. I've seen people $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 get back, okay? Whatever they may be, but let's just talk in the realm of around $1,500 to $3,000. This is a chance for some of these people to settle debt. Maybe a $500, $800 balance with a doctor, maybe a $700 balance with their mechanic. Maybe they owe their lawn care business money and they're going to want to use them next year, this coming summer, whatever it may be. It could be with the dentist, right? Maybe they've been paying every time they go, but not the complete portion, and it's a chance to collect that balance up, and the doctor's now requested us to try to help recover it, okay? So we have an algorithm, okay, that analyzes debt. Now, we will go after every debt that comes into Kinham, but some have a higher percentage of collections than others. So some may get a call every day, some may get a call every other day, some may get a call 2 days a week. Not trying to cheat that account better than this account, but if you have 8, 10 accounts in with us, we want to get money for you. So our algorithm says Mr. Johnson's debt is a 75% chance of collecting it. Mr. Rodriguez's account is 54%. Mr. ABC is 10%. Now, it doesn't say we don't try to collect it, but we focus on the ones that are highly collectible. Why? Putting money to your bottom line. More important to collect something better than nothing. As I've always said, and you've heard me numerous times, a third of a loaf of bread, half a loaf of bread, 70% of a loaf of bread is better than none. Okay? So, we're working with these debtors, right now is a time where they're looking to settle. Okay? They're saying to me, I know that this doctor's bill or this lawyer's bill or this plumber's bill has hurt my credit by 25 points. If I can pay it back off, I can buy back my credit. So they'll make a deal saying, we owe ABC Plumbing $2,100. We're offering $1,000. Kinnem works with those people to try to get the balance up, okay, and get as much collected for our clients as possible, but most important, recover a major portion of that debt and get that to our client, okay? So there also is a great time of year, not as successful as large balance and highly accounts that are able to be collected, but we also look at accounts that are reaching the statute of limitations. We make a solid effort to try to collect those. And what you'll see again is over a 26% increase in chance of collecting those debts from January 15th to May 15th. So again, I'm going to say to you, if you have passed that, you're going through your 2024 tax returns, you see outstanding debt, 60, 90, 120, I hate to say it, 180, 270 days old, get it into Kinnem and let us try to help you. We have the flat rate program. It works very successful on stuff 0 to 6 months old, and it does fairly well for stuff 6 months to a year old. After a year, I hate to say it, you end up in the contingency, but we will work with you on a case-by-case basis. Just remember one thing. The real secret to debt collection is getting it in early and being consistent. Kinnem is the highest rated debt collection agency on all of Google, okay? We have over 2,500 positive reviews nationwide throughout our 15 locations. I urge you to go on to Google, type in Kinnem, K-I-N-U-M, put in Virginia Beach, and in that office alone, you'll see a 4.85, 4.9 credit score out of 5, okay? But over 800 positive reviews. Please take a look. So let's keep going. You know, the early bird is the one that catches the worm. We've heard that all our lives, okay? Well, that's what we started in January. Our collectors are calling people. For the ones they don't collect, they remind them their IRS check is coming, and they say to them, can I call you back in 2 weeks and see where you're at and set up a time to talk to you? Now, that doesn't always work, but I'm going to say 37% more chance of collecting. We've had our biggest months ever in February, March, April, collecting money. So I want to show you how that works and help you recover debt, okay? Second, we send letters, we send emails, we send texts, we do phone calls. There's many different ways, depending on the state, depending on the requirement, following the Fair Debt Collection Act, okay? And, you know, the recent one back in November 30th of 2022, there's been changes, but now we can text people. But there are certain things we will work with you to let you know who we could text and who we can't, okay? Most important is, I hear this thousands of times, yes, we are a diplomatic collector. Although I play the part Uncle Louie, okay, and tell you we're here to help you collect the debt, I'm not here to do anything that's not inside the requirements of the laws. But we do it legally, we do it diplomatically, and most importantly, we work with people. If you understand what Kinnem stands for, it stands for family before numbers. We understand when we call people are having tough times. Inflation is at a record high, okay? And I'm not going to get into politics. All I'm going to say to you, inflation's at a record high. People are struggling. This is the best time to try to recover. One, because of their tax return checks, and then hopefully, inflation's going to start to drop, okay? So let's keep going. Why do we offer settlement opportunities? And we talk to you about that. We ask you, can we offer a 10%, 15%, 20% tax. Again, I go back to that statement. Is it better to get 75% of a loaf of bread than none? So if I can get you 75% of a $2,000 invoice to you, yeah, you have to write off that portion that we don't collect, that $500, but it's $1,500 back to your bottom line, okay? The debtors are more likely to settle right now because they have this extra cash. Yes, they see all those things on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not even going to go through that again, okay? But they know that if they get that, their credit score is going to go up, okay, forever. It's not like, oh, I can send a letter and get it up for 30, 60, 90 days and then watch it get whacked back down. This is guaranteed, paid off. I don't know the debt. In most cases, when we work with them, it opens the door for them to potentially go back. That's the beauty of our flat rate collection. So when you talk to our reps across the country or Uncle Louie and his staff, when you talk to us, let us explain to you the reason for flat rate. I always push. You will keep sending statement after statement after statement after statement after statement after statement. 6, 9, 12 months sending statements. At a cost, they say around $30 per statement, okay, between the labor, insurance, overhead, everything else. We, for less than $15 in most cases, will send 5 demands to your debtor to get them to call you directly, not me, and pay you directly. And in the flat rate, you keep 100%. That's right. For $15, we can collect a $500, a $1,500, a $10,000 debt for you, and you get to keep 100%. And most importantly, the money goes directly to you, not to Uncle Louie. Okay? So when we talk to you about trying to settle debt, we're going to be calling there. But when you look at the flat rate going forward, so we're talking IRS return for past due balances. I want you, when you're talking to any of our people here at Kinnem, I want you to also say to them, how do I protect myself from 2025 having to do this again? Okay? I'm not trying to guarantee it won't happen again, but let's see if we can get less than 10 owing you money down to maybe 4 or 5. The following year, get it down to maybe 4 or 3. That's the common goal here. Get the money collected earlier. The quicker it's in your bank account, the easier it makes your business operate, okay? So what are the benefits of paying off debt? Well, one, as we've explained, they buy back their credit rating because we do have to report that the debt is paid. That's why we tell you when we set up payment plans, you need to notify us when you get paid because we need to continue to report the actual amount that's being collected is still owed, okay? But they also know that we can come after them legally. So what they're doing, the reason they're paying off is to try to avoid any legal action. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to go after somebody for $100 or $200, okay? But there are other things we can do legally to try to emphasize that we're not going away. Kinnem offers what I call cradle to grave, okay? You start at phase 1 if you want to. At phase 1, we're sending letters and phone calls that look like they're coming from your office, but we're sending them for you. If that fails and you don't post the payment, we automatically go to step 2. We're sending letters letting them know they're coming from Kinnem, that their credit is in jeopardy and they're in collections, but they can still work directly with you, pay you directly, you keep 100%. They don't have to deal with Uncle Louie's staff, okay? If all that fails, they go to step 3. Now my collectors nationwide, and by the way, we do it in Spanish too, okay? My collectors nationwide are calling them and collecting the debt. Now that's contingency collections, and there you're paying a percentage, but no additional fees unless we collect. So it's performance-based, which a lot of people like, which I understand. Number 4, we have a 2-part legal system that we work. If all 3 steps fail, we send it into what we call, okay, a litigation review, okay? When it's in there, they're analyzing it through their system, through our legal staff, whether or not it's smart to file a lawsuit, and then ask you if that's what you want to do. But the first step is to review it. While we're reviewing it, we let them know that we're reviewing it for legal status and filing a lawsuit. They get letters from us or our attorneys and let them know that the next step will be filing a lawsuit. Now, it doesn't mean we're going to, because that process, when we review it all, we come back to you with a yes or no answer. We think it's worth suing. No, we don't. If we think it's not worth suing, that's where it ends. It's dead. It's accounts that need to be written off. You write that off of your taxes as a loss. If we decide it's irreparable, it's recommended for lawsuit, we send you the information, tell you why we feel this way, and then we leave it up to you. We do charge a small fee, okay, a filing fee to file it, but you pay no attorney's cost until we collect. When we collect, it's a 50-50 split. Cradle to grave, okay? Not many collections. We do commercial and we do business, but we do B2B and B2C, which is where a lot of collection agencies are not doing that, business to consumer. Kinnem does it all. We are licensed in all 50 states. We also can collect in Puerto Rico and other U.S. territories. We can also provide debt collection in international countries. Please let us know which countries you're looking for help for, and we'll let you know if we can help. But Uncle Louie's here to help. It's tax season. I want to thank you for listening today. As always, you can call Uncle Louie at 916-247-4901. Let me say that one more time, 916-247-4901. Or you can email me, okay, or you'll find me on LinkedIn. You'll see at the end of this presentation all kinds of contact information. Thank you. Uncle Louie is going to be making quite a few videos over the next 2 or 3 months to try to emphasize the reasons why this is the best time to collect, and more importantly, help you improve your bottom line. Thank you for all my clients through the years that have been with us. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now. Very successful. Love the business. Love helping people get paid for the hard work that they perform. Thank you and have a great day.